I made $1 million a year, yet my own parents drained me until I had $3,000 left. That was the moment I realized some families are built on calculation, not love. I earned 7 figures, and every year I wired my parents $800,000 without hesitation. I told myself it was devotion, responsibility, the right thing to do. I was proud of being the capable daughter, the one who could carry the family. My husband never tried to stop me. He only reminded me, gently but repeatedly, to keep something for emergencies. I never listened. I always believed there would be more money, more time, no real consequences. Until the phone call. My mother was sobbing, saying my brother had hit someone with his car. The other party was demanding $3 million in compensation. My mind went blank. I grabbed my bank card, ready to withdraw everything I had. My husband stopped me. He told me to check my balance. First, $3,000. That was all I had left. I stood there frozen, a woman earning $1 million a year, and I couldn't even cover a basic emergency. For the first time, something inside me cracked. My husband pulled up the records and went through them line by line. Supplements $36,000. Car maintenance $20,000. Electronics. Travel. Gifts. Endless expenses. Everything had been coming out of my pocket. That was when it hit me. I hadn't been supporting my family. I had been consumed by them, treated like an unlimited resource. And somehow, I had nothing left for myself. Even then, I still wanted to save my brother. I sold my designer bags and jewelry, scraped together $100,000, and rushed to the police station. When my parents saw me, they didn't ask if I was okay. They didn't thank me. They blamed me. They said I came too late. They said I didn't care about my brother. Not once did they ask where the money came from, or how much I had already given over the years. When I suggested selling my brother's apartment to cover part of the compensation, my mother exploded. She said it was his future marital home, absolutely untouchable. Then she told me to sell mine. She even hinted that I could get divorced and liquidate the property. That was the moment something inside me went cold. In their eyes, my life, my marriage, my stability, none of it mattered. As long as they got what they wanted, everything else was expendable. I went home in silence and told my husband I was willing to mortgage the house. He looked at me for a long time before saying, "You can, but we'll get divorced first." He told me he had endured this for years. Watching me get dragged down again and again, watching me refuse to wake up. He said he couldn't tie his life to a bottomless pit anymore. That was when I finally understood. I wasn't just destroying myself. I was destroying my marriage, the one safe place I had built. So I stopped. I gathered every transfer record from the past years and posted them in the family group chat. Over $5 million, every single payment. Documented and undeniable. The relatives who used to tell me to help your brother more went silent. One by one, they left the group. No one dared to speak again. For the first time, I asked them a question. If we're all family, why is all the responsibility mine? Why do you all stand on moral high ground while I'm the only one paying the price? I refused to give another dollar. I stopped responding to my parents' threats and guilt trips. When they showed up at my workplace causing a scene, I called the police. That was the moment I found my boundaries. And for the first time, I stopped being afraid of being called unfilial. In the end, they had no choice but to sell their own house to pay the compensation. My brother got out and showed no remorse. He even tried to twist the story against me. I posted everything online, every detail, every record. I let the truth speak for itself. People said I woke up too late, but I know better. Waking up at all is a kind of rebirth. Later, my parents sued me for financial support. I brought every transfer record to court. The judge ruled that I had already far exceeded my legal obligation. I owed them nothing. Walking out of that courtroom, I felt something I hadn't felt in years: freedom. Not because I won the case, but because I was no longer controlled. Before I left, I asked my mother one question. "Do you know what my favorite food is?" She answered without hesitation. She was wrong. In that moment, I finally understood. All these years, she had never really known me. The only things she remembered were my brother's preferences and how much money I could give. Later, my brother reoffended and went back to prison. My parents struggled in their old age. They tried to find me again, tried to reconnect. This time, I didn't turn back, because now I understand something I should have learned long ago. Family is not an excuse for endless extraction. Love is not built on sacrificing one person to sustain everyone else. I once gave them my entire life. Now, I choose to keep what's left for the people who truly deserve it, and for myself.